Tekken Tag Tournament for the PlayStation 2. Released in the arcades in summer 1999 and as a launch title of the PlayStation 2 in 2000, Tekken Tag Tournament is the fourth Tekken game released by Namco, but nowadays it's called Bandai Namco. Anyways, unlike most Tekken games, this one is not canon to the main story, but just a remake of Tekken 3, my favorite Tekken game. New to this game is the tag team mode. You can create your own team with two of your favorite Tekken characters. The game is simple, just defeat your opponent and advance to the next stage. X and circle kicks, square and triangle punches. Plain and simple. Now if you're a pro at fighting games, you can do some powerful combos. If you're a button masher like I am, you could still do some sick combos. I'm not a pro myself, and I usually mash buttons to win, but hey, I only play the game for fun. Now this game came out all the way back in 2000, but I am surprised of how gorgeous the game looks. For a game that was released all the way back in the early 2000s, this is one of the best looking PlayStation 2 games I have ever seen. From that awesome cutscene to the fluid animations of the characters, the PlayStation 2 back then was a monster. Both CG cutscenes and in-game cutscenes look absolutely beautiful. Even the mountains in the background, with those bump maps, it looks exquisite. You can push the L2 or R2 button at any time during the match to switch characters, so that the character you're using can recover some health. Or you can tag by doing combos or utilizing special throws, if you can implement them properly and carefully. Before recent Tekken games, this game features over 35 characters from previous Tekken games. The game has the most characters than any other Tekken game at the time. It even includes characters that weren't even in Tekken 3. A brand new feature to be introduced is the Tekken Bowl Tournament, a hilarious but fun bowling game with Tekken characters. Just pick two of your favorite characters and bowl. That's it. It's easy to get a strike if you're using a more powerful character. But sometimes not so powerful characters can get a strike. But be careful, if you charge too low, then the ball will miss the pins. And if you overcharge, you'll end up like poor Panda here. Poor Panda. I feel bad for her. If you miss the pins the first time, you can still use the second character to get a spare. Don't forget to check the top bowlers at the pause menu, where you can check your recent score and see if you're at the top 5, and to see if you're the king of Iron Bowl. A funny but addicting minigame. Take your time, aim when you're ready, and remember to have fun. Each character has their own animation at the beginning of every match.
Round 1.
But if you have two characters who are familiar with each other, they can do random things, like dancing for example. There are also losing animations. If you lose, the characters will have special animations of them doing random things. These animations are pretty funny.
8.
If you're tired of the tag team mode and want to play one-on-one style like the old Tekken games, then there's a one-on-one mode. Pick your favorite character and go up against your opponent, just like in Tekken 1, 2, and 3. Practice mode returns in Tekken Tag Tournament. Choose two characters to play as and choose two opponents to fight against. Practice to learn new moves. Learn the combos, or turn the CPU on. Fun fact, did you know that when highlighting practice, and if you hold down the L2 and push the R2 button, you can select a stage? Like for example, if I push down R2 7 times, I am selecting the nighttime version of the school stage. See that? You can also take pictures in the game and view it in the gallery menu. This is art, I tell ya. Art! Here's something you should know. On the last stage before the final stage, if you play as Kazuya and Jin, you'll go up against Heihachi and Devil Kazuya. Or if you play as Kazuya and a random character, then you'll go up against Heihachi and a random character. If you play as Heihachi, then you'll go up against Kazuya. Play as Jin and you'll go up against either Heihachi or Kazuya. Defeat either one and go up against Unknown, the final boss. You only have one chance to defeat her. Lose and it's game over. Just like Mokujin, Unknown can copy other characters' abilities. This boss is pretty tricky, but if you learn how to implement the combos and powerful attacks, then you'll be able to defeat her. Beat her and it's game over. You can watch replays of previous battles or go straight to the ending. During the credits, you can watch a little cutscene of the character you were playing as. Or you can skip the credits and go straight to the cutscene. Each character has their very own cutscene. You can even view them in the theater. Each character has their own ending cutscene. And Xiao Yu is the only character to have two endings. One ending is when she rides on Panda. To get the second ending, you have to complete the game as Xiao Yu in her school uniform. All the characters' endings have in-game graphics, except for Unknown. Unknown is the only character to have a CG ending. While the game has a dark and serious atmosphere, it still has that funny side. Like those hilarious animations when you're starting to fight or when you lose, the game still has a humorous side. There's also a special cutscene that was not even in the arcade version, where various characters demonstrates their fighting style. There's an animal version as well. In the theater, you can also listen to music. This game has some of the best soundtracks of any fighting game I've ever heard. There are other game modes as well, including Time Attack, where you have to beat a game to get a new record. Nothing different, except you can't pause. And there's Survival. In this mode, see how many opponents you can beat while your health is recovering or depleting. And that is Tekken Tag Tournament. It has been 17 years since this game came out, and to this day, it is still one of the greatest fighting games of all time. Running at a buttery smooth 60 frames per second, with a variety of moves and combos associated to that fighter, with beautiful looking graphics, and a fantastic soundtrack. In conclusion, Tekken Tag Tournament is one of the best Tekken games I've ever played. It is actually my second favorite behind Tekken 3. We're almost there to the PS2's 17th birthday. Thank you for watching this review. Don't forget to leave a comment, and please subscribe for more videos.